Bonnie's not feeling well, she said.
No, she's not feeling well at all, so she's gonna sit this one out.
All right.
Tonight's book was Aphrodite and the Duke. First of all, how did y'all like the book?
I liked it.
Y'all like the book?
It
I
was
did.
cool. It was
Yeah,
cool. I
I
was
liked it.
it was cool. I wasn't mad at it at all. It kept my attention. The whole book kept my attention. Well, to the first 80%. 80%. Then after that last 20, I was like, okay, what? Wrap this up.
Okay. So I guess I'm doing the recap because it was my book. Okay. Let me see if I can get these names right. Okay. So the book starts, well, for the most part, if I can remember correctly, is Aphrodite. Aphrodite is basically like, in Bridgerton terms, she's basically the diamond of the 4 seasons ago. What you call it? She falls in love with this man, Evander, and they're supposed to be together, but he drops her like a hot potato and picks somebody else to marry. What you call it? She's heartbroken and she leaves. What you call it? She is summoned back. She is summoned back by her mother to assist her sister. Is it Hathor?
Hathorn or something like that. Some weird name.
They're all
She's
got
They're
summoned.
all Greek
got
goddess
it.
names.
Greek
Yeah.
names.
Yeah. She summons to help her sister because it is her time to debut herself for the season to help her find a husband. And while she's doing so, she runs into Evander, but she tries to avoid him. Evander is a newly widowed bachelor, I guess you could. He's not a bachelor. Like, he's available now. He's a
He's a
widower,
widow.
and he
Yeah.
also has a kid. And she's like, I just need to avoid him. I don't want to have nothing to do with him because he broke my heart. But he still and has never stopped loving her. So they go through this whole ordeal of, trying to, rekindle what they have, and she's trying to avoid and go through whatever, and a whole bunch of stuff happens, and that's basically the gist of it all.
Yeah, that's what happened.
I
That was what happened. We're not doing spoilers. Are y'all reading this book in the comments?
don't even know who has read the book. Listen, at this
Because
point, it doesn't even matter because when you come into the room, it says this is a book discussion. If you have not read the book, you need to stop what we're doing. Do not listen any further. If you plan to read Aphrodite and the Duke by J.J. McAvoy, and come back to it at a later time.
Yeah.
I'll post this one. I'm behind him reposting because yeah. But anyways.
So he let right. They were dating they were dating initially, and he upped and dipped out because a girl tried to put a baby on him. The girl lied and said she got him pregnant. I mean, he got her pregnant, but the whole time that was a lie. She was just trying to put this baby on this man because he was a duke, and
he was an upstanding citizen.
So he had to leave. It was a little scandal. It was a little scandal behind that.
It wasn't initially her fault because remember his brother pretended to be him, and no one knew. Like, she didn't know what to do. He pretended to be the Duke of Everly, so he was like, "That's me. I'm him. I get her pregnant," and then she goes to the house. Her dad is like, "The Duke of Everly got me pregnant," and so he goes and at first she's like,
and he blames the
That's
Duke.
not him.
Right, but when you see
that it ain't him,
when you see
you ain't even say nothing.
Arsenio Hall and not Eddie Murphy, when you see that this is not the Princess Zamunda, you need to go and tell the people that that's not
but
him.
She did not.
But I feel like, you know what? It's crazy too, because in this time period, she really couldn't, because she's already been ruined because he was probably her first, and so she's useless to the whole society now.
Listen,
so she has
ain't no probably
option.
At this point, she's a whore. And
you was ruined regardless of whether it was Duke, Luke, or
right. It doesn't even matter. She's a whore at this point. You didn't sullied your name upon the tongue.
Man, like bad.
I'm talking about was holding hard to you, my baby daddy, and I ain't never even touched you, man.
That was wild. Like, never seen this girl and all of a sudden has a kid by her. And then, but then she moves in, and he has to marry her because like like Rayn said, the girl's father's like, we're gonna duel.
Baby. When trying to be the tough guy go wrong, right? Daddy don't come up talk about, oh, you finna marry my daughter because I know you lying, you the baby daddy, and then shot himself. I said, now this is the ghetto.
Backfire.
This is the ghetto, baby.
when you said this is historical ghetto, I said, oh my gosh.
In the hood. This is a historical urban fiction. That's what she said.
Jazz, I did call you. Jazz, I called you back, and I gave you my number so you can call me for reference.
Look, because she was asking me, and I was like, I don't have Rayn number. We talk on Messenger.
I gave you my numbers in there too.
It's a possibility, but
but I called her back. Okay, I'm gonna call you.
She over there working. If you having something done, she over there trying to pump it out. She like
track you down.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what else. We get to the point now where it's been 4 years, so she has to go back with her sister.
How Jazz gonna come in here on my job trying to check me? But come on, go ahead.
Oh, she's live. Let me go holler at her real quick.
She done walked up at my McDonald's corner like,
excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me.
Pause, ma'am.
You been my baby daddy. She done walked up on me like
like
I was the duke. She walked up on me like I was a duke.
Excuse me. You the baby pappy.
Okay.
Yep. I thought it was crazy at how
just like hurry up, love you though.
There's no like.
See, I told you watch you on the press. Keep going, Rayn. Mute yourself. Go ahead, talk to that woman.
But yeah. So the Duke, he ends up having to marry this girl and like raise her child. And over the course of the 4 years that they're together, because it was when he turned 18 and now he's 22, she basically goes mad and ends up dying from whatever illness of the mind, which I'm not sure what that is, but whatever.
Back in the day, it was always cholera.
Yeah, so now he's available.
No, that was Oregon Trail time.
Oregon Trail.
She died from the Black Plague.
That was
during Oregon Trail, everybody died from cholera. 100%. You was like, what the hell is cholera?
100%. So then he's like, now he's trying to court and pursue Aphrodite, and she's like, hell no, I'm not fooling with you.
Yeah, because you broke my heart.
Yeah,
once,
like
bitch,
he broke it hard too. Because what the crazy part is like,
you want to holler at me 4 years later after your wife didn't die? Hell no, I'm good, sir.
Well, and what's crazy is like, because originally they were gonna get married at 16, but her mom was like, no, you have to wait until you're 18 because you're too young. So the day she turned 18 is like debuting herself. She waits, and he's like, no show. So day 2, a no show. Day 3, so she's like distraught. Day 6, they find out he married the other girl, and with no explanation or anything. Nothing. So she's beside herself. So now she comes back to society, and her mom's like, well, you actually need to get married this season before your sister does, because it's going to put a plague across our family as the cursed family. So you have to get married. So then these guys start courting her. Tristan, he's like a good guy for that time period. We're not going to call him a good guy because he gave her a book of Shakespeare and redacted anything that was inappropriate for a lady to read. Well, sir, what am I going to read then? Even her dad gave her a dictionary with all the words blacked out that she wasn't supposed to know as a lady of that time, because she didn't know what aroused meant. That would just be wild. Like, how you just send your daughters out into the world with no kind of education on anything else besides being a proper lady.
Yeah.
Like, that was crazy. But anyway,
that family was like between both of them. I know that the Duke's family is probably the worst because they had so much going on.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, neither one of them families was good. Don't tell me. Look, I didn't left.
Period.
Yeah, it's the time period.
But it wouldn't fly today. That's for sure.
Yeah, because you couldn't tell me that I had to do anything, regardless of how you feel, what is going to put on the family. I don't like this dude and I'm not finna marry him regardless of my feelings. I'm going back to where I was. Why do I gotta help her? Ain't you a woman? Can't you marry her off without me? What I gotta be there for?
Right. Hey Tosh. Yeah,
And
so
then have
I
to
was
see this dude and a child that ain't even his.
and then on top of that, her sister, I think you're muted, Rayn. Her sister,
I ain't saying nothing.
oh, her sister is like she's so funny. Like I could like because I
Might as
watched
well be
Bridgerton,
Bridget.
I could see this basically in my head. Like her sister was like, but she's going to steal my shine. No, she floats on the air like a goddess. I was like, oh my, calm down. It's very much Bridgerton era. It's Aphrodite and the Duke by J.J. McAvoy, but it's very much very
Her name
similar.
is Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. What do I keep calling her?
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite. Odite. Idite. Whatever her nickname was.
Oh,
But then like there's just like a couple of dramas. I think the funny parts were like kind of like even in Bridgerton when they have like the spicy scenes where she's watching the people in the garden and that girl's getting blown out and, and she's just
oh, now
watching
she
like,
was having a little
oh.
situation, baby, when he told her she got in trouble or whatever. I can't remember what she did, but he was like, "I told you if you did that, then you was gonna have to get it yourself." And he
Mm-hmm.
was trying to make her do herself, and then she was like, "Hold on, baby, that ain't working for me. Let me get on top." I said, "Oh, come on,
Take charge.
come on, they were
Whenever
getting
I think of that
big."
part, I think of when Daenerys was fooling with what's his name, oh boy,
Oh,
and he
Drago.
was like, "You not gonna just keep hitting me from the back. You're gonna look in my face. So I'm gonna get on top and I'm gonna do what I'm gonna make you fall in love with me."
Oh, she. I was gonna say she did that. She did that trying to, yeah, get get him to like her or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he wasn't even talking to her. Ass.
No, he was like, "Just bend over."
He wouldn't even say that. but
But the drama, like I thought her family was gonna have more drama in it versus more so the Duke's family being like I knew they were gonna be like some drama because it was there. But I feel like once she was married, there was like zero her family really had nothing to do with her after like it was like they popped in occasionally with like a letter, but
Right. That's what I
it
was saying
wasn't
about that
much.
last 20%. Because they had
Yeah.
her family, and then I thought it was going to be about his family. Then she jumped in out them other people's business.
Mm-hmm. The top, what were they? His step brother or his
Well, yeah, the
illegitimate
guy,
older brother.
yeah. I said, now that lady getting beat up. Now we done jumped. Come on now. We got our own family trauma. We can't
Yeah.
be
I wish
dipping
it
in
would have been
that.
something more with. I mean, I know Verity, like the Duke sisters book. I know hers is the next book, but her
Oh, it
having some
is?
kind of issue. Yeah, she has. It's like Verity and the Forbidden Romance, and I feel like it's the Doctor. It got to be the Doctor.
I will read the backstory. I don't care about her now.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be the Doctor. Verity, because the sister, because that's the sister.
Yeah, but I want to know. I would read about the backstory about her, how her mom,
How her mom treated her. Yeah,
yeah,
her stepmom.
yeah, how her mom did them was locking them in the. Was
Crazy. Yeah,
it
her
was
stepmom locked them in
whoever
the
it
closet.
was.
Well, yeah, it was her stepmom at the time because then once the mom died, the dad like 2 weeks later married the mistress, the butcher's daughter.
Yeah, see, I would read that. I don't.
I want to know who she's fooling with, and I feel like it's gonna be the Doctor. But then the next book after that is the sister Hawthorne or whatever her name is. It's her book after that. I don't care about that story because
Well, it just
hers is
depends on what they. I'm sure it's gonna be full of the good
drama.
time.
Bridgerton drama every
But
season.
I said, "Ooh, this is a hood romance."
He said, "You will duel me for this proclivities." I was talking to my husband and my sister, and I was like, "You have me drinking the squalor." They were like,
Not
"Shut up,
squalor.
Whitney." I was like, "You peasants."
But I enjoyed the book though. It did keep my attention.
Yeah, I liked
So
it. It could have been a teeny bit better had it been, like I said, just a little bit more in her family. Because I thought her family had more dynamic in it and like their different personalities and the brothers and the sisters and stuff like that. And like even the mom and dad, like I like they reminded me of kind of like of Gilmore Girls, Rory's mom. and dad. I don't know if you watched that, but the two parents, they reminded me of that, because he's like the book person. He's like, yeah, okay, do whatever, but then he's like puts his foot down. He puts his foot down, and the mom is like, da 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 da. Yeah.
What was it again? Wait.
La, la, la. It reminded me of that very much, like their relationship.
I just needed to focus on one. Maybe I could have went with her family and his family because she married into it. I could have went into that, but that other, the man beating his wife, and then they tried to sneak her off and kill her,
fake your own death.
Fake her death. Yeah, I was like, y'all okay.
But I just don't understand why the brother, like, because that was like his brother. I was like, get it? Like, you could have had, like, you're so obsessed with this whole I want your stuff, like, and I deserve this, and this is my right. But like, do you not, like, everyone understands their society and their place in the society. I'm not saying you have to be okay with it, because yeah, she's a butcher's daughter. He shouldn't have been sleeping with her in the first place, because that's his fault, the Duke. But this is like Jon Snow. He knew he was not
exactly. But I'm gonna tell you what the girl she fucked up would have had me fucked up when she put them people business in the paper. When she put them people business in the paper,
all of them too. It went all the way back.
I said, oh,
yeah. I was like, oh my god. I was like, Lady Whistledown would never.
Would never.
But I think this read like, is this a newer book? Did this just come out?
It came out in 2022.
Yeah.
As if it was written like that was her the intention of, like, okay, I'm gonna maybe potentially put this out as a series or something, because I need all these things going on at the same time. Because
I need them to have their own stories outside of this one.
Or it was really giving Bridgerton, because they did
100%.
like the little article in there putting them people business in the street. It had the the arranged marriage, a little scandal about somebody being pregnant. Because you remember that episode where the cousin, or this little part where the cousin was coming, she had got pregnant.
Yep.
And they were trying to pawn her off. What's her name?
Well, was she pregnant before she came down there? Yeah, because they didn't know that. That's why she got sent off, and they were trying to cover it.
The family knew it.
Okay. Yeah, she got sent from where they were to Penelope and them house to cover it up.
Now she was they were trying to marry her off before anybody else knew that they were
trying to marry her and get her pregnant like, immediately.
And then the man didn't she get married, and then
she ends up going with the brother of the guy who's actually her baby daddy. I don't know if they end up getting married, but that's who she left with at the end. Because I stopped at season 1.
Yeah, I stopped watching, but it was really giving that. It really was giving. It was really close to that. So
it was, for sure. Because even like when I was reading it, I was like, which one of these came out first? Because this is real heavy on this. Like even the phrasing, like I'm sure that time period, it's just their terminology. But when she started talking about, the ton is not going to, I was like, the ton? That's Bridgerton.
The what?
The ton. Like the community. That's kind of what they call it.
But isn't that what it's called during that time, though?
It is. So, like, but I've never read anything from that time period. So it automatically makes me think Bridgerton.
Yes, we did. We read that book about what? We read that book.
We read that book, but they weren't talking about the ton.
That wasn't Regency.
And that wasn't Victorian. This is Victorian, isn't it? Like this time period. My husband was asking me, and I was like,
"It was dual and stuff. What was the difference? What was the you know the book I'm talking about?
You talking about
Highlander?
The Highlander?
Yeah. They were dueling with swords and stuff, though, weren't they? It wasn't.
Yeah, this is.
I don't even think they had guns yet. I think that might have been before this one.
They had maidens, and like the people going to help them get dressed, and I just
yeah.
Around that time, I would imagine it was around the same time. I don't know, but all in all, personally, I don't think I would read the other 2 books. But
I want to read the second one only to see who she's fooling with. Like, I want to know who Verity, because it has to be the doctor. It has to be. Because when the doctor came into the house, she's like, he's here?
It's the doctor, then what?
I know. That's all I want to know. I don't care.
What I'm saying is, the doctor, you're going to be like, oh, okay.
Well, I guess maybe because the forbidden romance, maybe because, like, her title, what would she be? What is her title? If she's the sister of the Duke, what is that? She's not Duchess.
Does that make her a duchess?
I don't know. But maybe she's not allowed to marry the doctor because of like no, she's a noble, so maybe he's a I don't know worker. I don't know.
You better get her a fame.
Yeah, so maybe he's out there. Maybe he's bending her over in the doctor's office and whatnot. Because remember, he's been trying to help her with her nightmares and all her night terrors and stuff.
I don't know. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. But I want to know that.
What's your face, Shannon?
She said, "No, bye bye."
Dang.
Canada don't play. She been so quick.
Baby. Shannon fingers.
I don't be playing with your people. What the hell? If you don't
Shannon fingers be on that Naruto, baby.
Not Naruto.
Don't have time. But anyways, yeah, I like the book. I liked it. Maybe
I like it too.
It gave me Bridgerton because I read this. I was like, I tried to read. I think I read the first 2 books of the actual Bridgerton series, and I was like, it's giving white folks.
It is,
which I knew. Yeah, I was like, which I knew, but it wasn't giving what I needed to give. But then when I picked this up, I was like, yes.
I feel like it would be hard to go and read the Bridgerton books after the series because the series, Shonda did such a good job on it.
Yeah, I was about to say the series and the books are not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And those were written in 2006, I think, the books.
I can imagine reading the Bridgerton books and they'd be like super dry.
Yeah. But I feel like they probably didn't even have the spicy scenes. I'm like, Shonda probably added that shit in there.
They say this winter season, they got the scenes in this last season.
I need to watch it. I really need to watch it.
Some sexy scenes.
Yeah, I mean, even when he was behind her talking about how he liked her hair, I'm like, oh my gosh, is this the same boy?
I was just doing a video about one of them scenes.
To me, I thought the first one was the spiciest. Because the way that Daphne was getting it anytime, any place like Janet Jackson.
That ladder in the library, oh my God.
Yes.
I still think
this one and the last one, they a little tame. I guess the actors and the actresses didn't want to get as naked as they did. Because what you call it, Daphne was spread eagle.
She was all over the palace.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but
all over that house.
I haven't watched it. I didn't watch the what is Lady Charlotte? What was the other one?
Charlotte.
Queen Charlotte was good though. To me, between the first one and Queen Charlotte, those are the best ones.
And that was right. That came after season 2?
No, before.
Yes. Was it before season 2 or after it?
I don't know, because Queen Charlotte got 2 seasons too, right?
No, she only got 1.
Just 1.
Yeah, because her whole story was told in that one season.
I remember. I don't know. Let me watch other stuff. Queen Charlotte came out when Baddest East was running rampant. So yeah.
I'm dead. I cannot.
When what was what?
I will never ever.
When what was running rampant?
Baddies East. I cannot listen. The way when stuff like that come on, my head start to hurt. I think my brain cells start to diminish every scene because I can't.
Bopping upside each other head. I can't
do it. I cannot do it.
It's funny to me.
That's
I know
so
it is funny. There was a time where I used to watch a whole lot of ratchet TV, but then I was like, you know what? This is making us black people look bad and bad every day.
The only thing I watched was Bad Girls Club.
Baddies East.
Yeah, Baddies East.
They had East, West. They had a Baddies. They in Caribbean now.
What are they? Who are they? Who are they? Just random.
Random girls. Random girls. The last season they had Krishan's sister Tashiki on there. Baby, she was dog walking them girls.
Yeah, see, I like Bad Girls Club.
Hey, that's what happened when you come from Baltimore. You know, them Baltimore bitches don't play no games. Y'all better leave them alone. We is a whole different caliber.
Krishana fight too. Krishan is a fighter.
Krishana always fight.
If you run up on Tasiki, something is seriously wrong. Ain't no way you couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to fight that bitch with Muhammad Ali hands. You hear me? Nope. I couldn't even be for Mayweather when one run up on that. That lady was, oh my God. She was fighting like a dude. She was
is it like the Real Housewives and all that? They just put
Hell
in
no.
a setting?
Hell no. They just be fighting.
It's like that, but no.
They just be fighting.
Because they literally.
You don't need to Google that, Rowdy. At all. You can do it.
It come on
Zeus, right? It's Zeus, right?
Yeah, it comes on Zeus.
Mm-hmm.
What's the other one? No, I mean, yeah. It comes on Zeus. I was watching something else on Now That's TV though. I can't remember what it is. That's so out of ratchet. Zeus and Now That's TV. If you want ratchery, that's where you find
Not the ratchery.
If you want ratchet, that's where you find it. Now That's TV and Zeus. Because Baddies does come on Zeus, but they have these other little shows that's trying to be like them. So they are, they put them on Now That's TV, and they literally, I don't know. I don't know if these girls are on there for free or if they told them I'll give you $50 and a trip to Miami. I don't know. But they be on there. They be fighting.
Why though? Why do they fight?
Girl, you can look at somebody wrong. You can look at them wrong. You can walk in the house and didn't say hello. And they, because they want the camera time, then it's like, oh, you ain't say hello to me. One girl, they go in the house and they were picking their rooms. And it's only so many rooms. And so one girl, they were assigned rooms. The girl was assigned the room. And the first girl got in the room. The second girl go in there and say, this is our room. She said, no, this is my room. Threw the girl out and they got the fight. Wow. And I'm talking about snatching plugs out each other's heads. Ew. Like not no.
Rayn said, I love it. I love it. Yeah.
No, love every minute of
it. Rowdy, now you know, you might not want it's a paid subscription, so I don't know if you want to spend your money on it, but it's very toxic. It's very
your own terms, your own time. Yep, it's real toxic. Really toxic. That's why I said you ain't gotta worry about it. If I was you, don't worry about it.
That's so funny.
It take love and hip hop to a whole nother level.
Oh yeah, it's not even the same. Because I'm talking about they fight. You know, a lot of them reality shows they try to fight and then they break it up. Mm-hmm. They allow them to fight. Like they are
majority. That's the whole thing about for the ratings.
Yeah, but I'm talking about they fight. They literally be like, oh, I want my run, and they get rounds. They get like 3 rounds, and they let them fight.
Oh my gosh.
It's like Jerry Springer.
On crack.
It's crazy.
I'm telling you that you laughing. I'm serious.
I believe y'all. I believe it. I know I will not be watching it.
You'll get so trapped into it, Whitney. You'll be like,
I'm like, oh, I'm on season 58, y'all.
I'm on season 58.
I don't too. That's just like watching. I watch what's the other one? Hot. What is it about with the studs?
Oh, I ain't watching them.
Hoochie Daddies. I watch.
Hoochie Daddies. That's a funny.
I ain't watched that one at all. I ain't.
I watch it.
Hey guys.
They didn't get to fight this season. Oh, that's sad. They didn't get to fight this season.
Yeah, look, Rowdy, changing your life.
Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Anyway, moral of the story is Aphrodite and the Duke was a pretty good book. That was a decent read.
Yeah, it wasn't long.
Like a little historical fiction with a little ghetto wrapped up in it. That's how we got on talking about this.
With the pew-pews.
With the pew-pews.
Rowdy, it's okay. You shouldn't have heard. If you sound like a classy lady, so
I've never heard of them either.
Rowdy, come on up here. We're done with our book discussion. Come on up here.
What genre are we trying to lean towards next week? Back to dark romance?
Why you don't want to read that?
No, I'm scared because the last ones that we've been trying to do,
I got Lauren Beale's new arc. I'm excited.
You said what?
It's about to
You
be a
read
bunch
arc?
of foolery. No, I got her arc yesterday.
She has Lauren Beale's new arc.
Oh.
You gotta go in with your eyes wide open. You don't know what you're gonna get.
It's only 162 pages, so I know it's gonna be a bunch of debauchery.
Yeah, well, we'll pick a book and let it offline.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
because